Hi, and welcome. I'm Rhonda, this is Kyber and Delilah, and we help dog moms lose fat, build muscle, and regain connection with themselves and with others again. And so today I wanted to just hop on here and chat with you a little bit about the basics of getting started with working out with your dogs. So I use the 333 approach. And so what is the 333 approach? Well, the 333. So the first three is 3 T's. So we've got traction. So you notice I have a yoga mat under me. I also have a area rug. Both things can work for making sure that we keep our dogs nice and safe. The second thing is treats. So you'll notice that on my hip, we've got some treats. We've got some kibble down. And I'm just gonna reward them so that you can keep them nice and calm here. So I have kibble, or you can utilize treats. It depends on your dog and their desire to work. So for my dogs, I use a lot of kibble because I can replace some of their meals during our training sessions with utilizing their kibble. They get some really great mental engagement, plus they get to have their meal at the same time. And then the last T is toys. And what do we need toys for when we are doing exercise with our dogs? Well, our dogs love to work. Some of them love to work more than others, but they also love to play. And so by utilizing toys in between the work sessions, we can actually build these skills so that they are they're more excited to keep learning. So we keep our training sessions short. In between those training sessions, we do lots of play. So we've got, this one's well used, a toy that we can play tug with. We have mental engagement toys, so we can stuff this with different things so that our dogs have to work at getting it out, kind of like a puzzle. We have things we can stuff and put inside a toy. So this one you can put things in and your dog can work at playing with it, plus it also bounces and you can play fetch. We've got another tug toy. My dogs love this one. They like to play together with it, each one of them grabbing onto it, but I also can play with them as well. And then we have things like Kongs and toys like that. Do you want to take a toy with you? Here you go. Go to your bed. Good girl. Want this one? So we have the West Paws toys. We can actually utilize 2 of them that are in different sizes. We can stuff a meal in them. We can utilize things like Kongs to put our dogs' meals or create really tasty snacks for them to mentally engage them and burn some energy in a different way that doesn't require us to have our hands on the whole time. All right, so that is our first 3 T. Our second 3 is 3 basics. So we've got marker word, teaching a stand, and then putting the stand and other obedience exercises together into creating a workout plan. So I'm going to quickly show you how to teach a marker word today. So if your dog doesn't have a marker word, the best way to explain what a marker word is just basically marking the behavior in the moment. So lots of people think that good boy or good girl is the marker word. That's a reinforcement word. So that's a way for us to tell our dogs, you're doing exactly what I'm looking for in a prolonged state. So for instance, Kyber and Delilah are both laying here nicely. I could say, good boy, good girl. And they're gonna know that they're doing exactly what they want what I've asked them to do. Now, if I wanted to teach them a new behavior, I would actually use a marker word to mark the behavior in that split second that it occurs. So I'm gonna show you an example of how, first of all, how we teach a marker word, and then the other thing is how we can utilize it. So Delilah, can you go to your bed, please? Dee. Bed. Down. Good girl. All right, so we're gonna start with Kyber. So to teach the marker word, all you have to do is have treats and your dog's attention. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna say yes and treat. Yes and treat. And you're gonna play this game for a few days. Every time you say the yes word, your dog is gonna get a treat. Once they understand that when you say yes, it means food is coming, we can start to utilize this to teach them new behaviors. So for instance, Kyber knows how to touch, but he has never touched this massager thing that I have here. So I'm just going to place it beside him and see if he will go towards it. Yes, he touched it, and I'm gonna mark that. Delilah, on your bed. She likes this game. She's like, why don't I get to play the game? So now I'm gonna put Kyber aside, and I'm gonna show you with Delilah. Okay? Kyber, go to your bed. Down. Good boy. Dee, come. All right, so with Delilah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how we can actually teach the stand. So we can do this by luring our dogs into the stand position, or we can also shape the behavior. So I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna get her, she's seated, and I'm going to just use the treat to draw her forward into a stand. Yes, and then treat. Okay, so she knows she did what she was supposed to. Drawing that forward, yes, and treat. So it's just utilizing the marker words so they start to understand what the behavior is, and then we can add a word to it. So instead of always saying stand, 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 and our dog doesn't understand what we mean, we start to teach the behavior first, then we add the word so that we can actually put things together. Now I'm going to show you with Kyber how we start to put that together. Kyber, come. Sit. Stand. Yes, good boy. I'm going to back you up a little bit. Sit. Stand. Yes, very good. Good job. Down. Just as a quick aside, he should go right into the down, not do a bow and then a down. Yes. So as you can see, by teaching our dogs to do an exercise the very first time, which I can help you with, instead of repeating commands over and over and over again, we eliminate frustration with yourself, we eliminate frustration with our dogs, and we can be much more successful with their training sessions. So we can build muscle quicker, and we can get them burning energy that is productive rather than frustrated. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start talking about how much exercise our dogs actually need. And so what we can actually do is we can look at it as that our dogs need 3 different workout styles throughout the week. So what we focus on one day might be strength, mobility, and balance. Another day we may focus on cardio, and then another day we may focus on mental. So how do we build this so that our dogs have a structured exercise routine? So ideally, let's start with 1 day per week focusing on strength, flexibility, and balance, working our way up to 2 to 3 times per week. Cardio, which can be just your basic walk with you, doesn't have to be getting their heart rate up when we first start. You can do that, again, just starting a couple days a week, building up to 5 to 7 times per week. However, it doesn't have to be a long walk. We can take the opportunity to allow our dogs to have some sniff walks. We can have them be slow. We can have them go up hills some days. You can have a lot of variety, but it doesn't have to be a 2-hour long run to burn your dog's energy. And then the last workout style that we're going to focus on is mental. So going back to the toys that we talked about, there's one more that I didn't show you, and that's something like a lick mat or a puzzle feeder. So this isn't quite a lick mat, those are a little bit thinner and smaller, but you can put your dog's kibble in here or different things, and it makes it a little bit more challenging for them to eat rather than just a standard bowl. So when we talk about mental exercises, we can do that 7 days a week. Delilah, come here. Over here, hon. Down. Good girl. We can do that up to 7 times a week. If you chose 1 meal per day that you fed it out of a puzzle feeder or a Kong or something that requires them to move as they eat, that's going to be very mentally stimulating for them, and it will actually tire them out a lot quicker than, say, these crazy long intense runs. So something to think about. So 3 workouts per week to start: strength, flexibility, and balance, cardio, and mental. And of course, the 3 most important things we need to get started are the three T's. So we've got traction, we've got treats, and we've got toys. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm super excited to get you started on your journey with canine fitness and your dog. See you later.